Okay, hello everyone. Today, as you may have realized, a lot of videos posted today, but I have another build order for you. This time I'm Point of Reach, and thank fucking god. This one is actually made by Nexus, and it's on Legend of the Stars. So for those of you who don't know, Legend of the Stars is the biggest FAF tournament. They usually have like $2,000 in cash prizes. So it's like people play super seriously. Like you get all the top players there: Nexus, Blackheart, Petric, Turin, Tex, etc., etc. So this build order is extremely well thought and made by nobody else other than Nexus. So let's begin. It's very simple. Nothing crazy. We start with the typical, what's the word? Hydro Rush, then 4 pigeons, land factory, air factory. Nothing super crazy, but however, this engineer is gonna have a super crazy job as he's gonna come here. Then he's gonna come here, and then I think then he's gonna come here. You definitely want to catch as many of these trees, which are very hard to see, to be honest. Dun dun dun. Then you want to come here, and I don't know what's trees anymore, what isn't. I know I have this either engineer, he's gonna help them too, actually, believe it or not. And then I must continue with this guy. I'm definitely not Nexus when it comes to the APM needed for this, and I'm just gonna do this. It's pretty bad. And then slow down. And then I want all of you to be assisting this. Then I need this guy to start running towards here. Then this air scout's gonna come here, same with the Inti. Does this guy also assist? I think he does too. And the Inti's gonna come here. This is just to like first take down any air scouts, and secondly, yes, good. And then this guy, come here, and then come here, come here, come here. And then the ACU needs to start working on more pigeons. Then we have our air scout. Then we're gonna drop right here. I said right here. Excuse me, drop. And you can drop here, or you can drop here. Nexus drops on the other side, but that's, I don't really care too much about. Then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pigeons, and then they continue making even more. And that's pretty much the build order here. You want to like look for an enemy transport and absolutely decimate it with your Inti. That's just like the whole point of this interceptor. Decimate an enemy transport, and then these two guys want to probably like come with us and start chilling, helping with the extra air factory. Then our transport is about to drop here. This one's a little bit more greedy to just drop here, but it's perfectly fine. Then you can do like a land factory here. Then you can have one of them make radar, and then go like here. Then another one can come over here, and then the other 3 can come make here. And then you want to do something like this. Then here we also have this. SEO needs to start going here. Make it nice like that. This is pretty much the BO overall. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 engineers that we're also gonna be start dropping here. And you want to make sure that your air scouts are patrolling no matter where they are. Set a hotkey for it. I have 2 here, which is kinda bad. Then I have this next one coming out. And from here on, it just depends on what you want to do. Like, if I want, I can go with like tech to land here. I can like think of tech to air. I need to start making more pigeons though. That's what I need to start doing. And probably tech. You can do tech to mix around this time to like balance the eco out. And I'm gonna put these two guys to work on it, and then this other guy to start making me factories, and probably this guy too. And I completely forgot this had dropped, so I'm gonna make these guys. I'll work on these, then these, then you can come here, and you can come here, then you can come here. This is super greedy though, so probably one of them should like make a factory or start building one. AC is coming here anyways. I also have a lot of resources, which usually isn't a very good sign, but I'm making my... I'm gonna grab these and actually gonna drop here then. And then come back. I have a lot of inties. I have some stuff here. Patrolling. Should probably make these. I can either start thinking of making some navy here or making some more land factories. But that's pretty much the map. You definitely will need to be a heathen and go into tech to mix land, because there's just no way to spend all these resources. You can actually make these and stay here. And just be very careful. Probably like make more bombers, I would say. Is what I would do. And then these guys can probably start working on more pigeons too. And I can probably start making more navy. I think navy is what we're currently missing, but I'm kinda like making it all over the place too, so I'm not super worried either. And then probably this guy can come here. And these two guys can come. Then these two guys can come here. And that's pretty much the map. You want to be having a lot of navy and air presence. I for sure have a lot of scouts all over the place. With this terrible waypoint over here. So please do not have a waypoint towards your enemy base, otherwise your air scouts and any intis coming this way are gonna absolutely get smoked. And from here you can start planning drops, is what people usually do. Plan drops to make here and drop here. And that's pretty much the map. I don't know what this is. That's Pelagiel for you. You can start thinking about tech to air or other stuff like that. You usually need more bombers. I made barely any bombers here, but now let's go on a quick checkup of the JaggedAppliance versus Nexus. And let's keep going. Okay, hello everyone. We're gonna go check this Nexus versus Jagged at maximum speed at first, because nothing really exciting happens. As we already saw, he comes here with one NG, then another NG comes here, then okay, we're going a little bit too fast. Then he started making the transport to load these 4 NGs. He's having a couple of energy issues, but important thing, with this scout, he sees the transport and gets locked on, and this is gonna be a APM dump for Jag, because now as you can see, while Nexus has this transport over here and he's just chilling, Jagged has a faster transport, which is probably like around here. But as you can see, Jagged has to micro it to come down and then continue. Otherwise, the int is gonna absolutely destroy it. And had Nexus with just a little bit of micro could have destroyed this transport, but it makes Nexus's transport be much more better as he's about to drop. He drops here. It's a little bit safer from, like, people should expect here it's a more greedy one. But Nexus has a very nice drop, just sort of similar. He drops on the island, and then as you can see, Jag, instead loses the transport and has his 5 engineers here, which are very far from all the Mexes. And this is really bad for him. While albeit Nexus dropped a little bit farther from the 4 Mexes, he's still very close from them, and Hellray has like a setup going on his base. As we can see, he already has his second air factory, he's assisting heavily. I think he's already on his Tech 2 Mex, not quite yet on the Tech 2 Mex, but he's about to load more NGs for this drop, these guys here. Any day now. He loads them. His navy is a little bit earlier than mine, that's for sure. I did not have this guy making navy so early, probably the reason why I could afford the Tech 2 Mex so easily. Then he starts making power, which he badly needs. And that's pretty much the map. You know, he's trying to control this island and this island, and he's having a lot of air scouts. He has 5 because he wants to make sure of what is Jack doing. Is Jack already here? Does he have a transport? I think he already spotted a transport here a little bit late. But he just wants to keep control over these islands, and that's pretty much how you win in point of reach, also known as POR, P-O-R. Is keeping these islands and keeping a good air presence. That's what I would say. Like a lot of air scouts let you know exactly what's going on. Does the enemy have a bomber? Here, as you can see, Jack did have a bomber, which luckily for Nexus did not get to drop anything. But had Nexus not been aware with these scouts, he could have probably dropped early the NGs and they could have died to the bomber. Then the other factor, obviously the navy, it's a navy map. Hands down, no other way to describe it, but air plays a very important role, because if you don't have air control, your opponent can bomb this for you, and then can bomb this for you, and they also can bomb this, they can bomb this, they can bomb this. Oh, and if they go Tech 2 air, then it's even worse, because they can like put gunships here and eradicate your islands, or put gunships here. Another good thing you can do is a com drop, going Tech 2 air, making a Tech 2 transfer, and I would say at least having gun or Tech 2. I would say please scout before you do any sort of com dropping, as it's very risky. But if you do Tech 2 and gun on the ACU, it's very good as a way to drop, because not only do you have the gun to clear out any enemy units and EDs, but the Tech 2 to rebuild everything very quickly and build like a flak or anti-air near you to save your ACU in case of lack of air control. And it's also a very eco-heavy map, as you can see. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, you can also do drops here and here. Like you see, we're very close to the enemy base, and Nexus doesn't have any knowledge here. He does have a radar system, but it's awfully common for people to like load a transport here full of artillery and then just either drop here or drop here. Usually people drop here because to get this deep on the base you have to go through the 2 air factories, and usually you don't get enough time to drop. Nonetheless, let's speed this up, and as you can see, it's a very slow map, so to speak. Nexus is trying to drain some APM here and there with this. He does go for the Tech 2 land choice with the Wagners, the submergible tank. You don't make Tech 2 land and make pillars or whatsoever Ilshis. You make your submersible tank to harass this island. This is really good if you are, for example, Aeon with Aurora, or Brutally with Suis and whatever their hover tank is. This can be absolutely devastating, because your tanks are really good at taking out stuff, but whatsoever, this Suis just deals so much more damage. And as you can see, they're just having a field day. The ACU comes out and they definitely need to run away from it. Do not fight Tech 2 with the ACU. It's really bad. I don't know what's hitting this guy. Is it... Oh, it's a gunship, I think. I'm like 99% sure it's a Tech 2 gunship. Yes, as we can see. Jack goes Tech 2, which is a very clean and good way to deal with the Wagners. as they're not gonna fare very well against Tech 2 Air. However, he does need to keep the air, which I'm pretty confident he will have it. I don't know who's gonna have it, but here we're seeing the air fight. This can determine the fate of the game very early, because if Jack loses the air fight, then all of his Tech 2 air investment is gonna not do any good to him. However, he's staying here, and this is pretty bad for Jack, as he has 2 Tech 2 gunships and 2 Tech 2 bombers, and now they're just gonna become easy pickings for the intis from Nexus, maybe not. But this is pretty much how you play Point of Reach. As you can see, Nexus goes Tech 2 land to attack this, Jack goes Tech 2 air to defend, Jack has an obscene amount of air, and I think Nexus clearly knows he cannot win, so he retreats. And that's pretty much air. There's frigates all over the place harassing these mexes. Nexus is obviously going for more of a, let's see how much time I can waste. He suicides the frigates, but he wastes like a lot of time on APM doing that. He also has a couple of gunships, so he went Tech 2 air too. At some point, one of them is also gonna go Tech 2 Navy. And that's pretty much how you play. I think maybe Nexus. No, it's too early for Tech 2 Navy, but definitely Tech 2 Air, making Tech 2 Pigeons, Tech 2 Mexes. A lot of EQ coming from Nexus. And this is basically Point of Reach, guys. Very heavy on air, very heavy on Navy. You do not want to be losing either of those, because they have big consequences. If you don't have air, you're gonna get raided everywhere, and if you don't have Navy, non-air, you're gonna get raided everywhere. But once Tech 2 Navy hits, it can be extremely painful to take out the Navy. It's much more easier to have less Navy and survive with it than to not have your Navy at all and try to take it out with torpedo bombers. And as we can see, I think Nexus clearly has less intis, but I think he has more Navy maybe, or at least I know he has more eco. But anyways, thank you guys, good luck on your next match. This is a very overwhelming map, but I'm sure you guys can try your best.